Okay, we're recording. So thank you guys for coming to, well, this is technically February's class since we had bad weather last week. Classes are held the last Wednesday of every month on doTERRA essential oils. And tonight, Kim and I are talking about using oils throughout pregnancy, labor and delivery, and postpartum. There are a ton of ways to use oils, and Kim will kind of get into that. So, we are talking about doTERRA oils only when we're talking about the different ways to use oils, especially internally. doTERRA essential oils are certified pure therapeutic grade, meaning they're not unadulterated at all. There's no additives. It is pure, for example, lemon oil. So it's safe to internalize, like to eat. So just keep that in mind as we're talking about essential oils. And then Kim will probably reiterate this, but we are not doctors or OBs, so please consult your provider, especially if you are pregnant and especially before internalizing oils. Let's see, did I miss anything, Kim, about prior to this?
I don't think so.
Okay, if we think of anything, we'll interject and all that good stuff, but I'm going to let Kim kind of go over everything, and I will just kind of add to it as I can.
Okay, so hi guys. So we're gonna kind of break it down by like stages of pregnancy, and so interject anytime you want. We have a mama to be here, so it's perfect. She's probably got all the questions, so please speak up if you would like to. So like Alyssa said, we're not doctors. Do your own research. I personally feel totally comfortable using oils, internalizing the ones that are meant to be internalized, using them on my skin, but please do your own research. Ask your doctor before you use them. Okay, so let's start with pregnancy. So obviously, number one thing is nutrition. Here we are at a nutrition club. Support your body all over. Getting your protein in is super important. 80 to 100 grams per day. Eating the rainbow, a variety of dark leafy greens and lots of different colors to get your vitamins and minerals. And for sure, drinking enough water and making sure you're supported that way. And even the perfect diet or a very good diet sometimes does not get everything in. So a vitamin, a prenatal especially, or supplements can help that way. And doTERRA does have a line of supplements. I'm not going to go like super deep into that, but we have a Lifelong Vitality. It's a very popular. It's actually the #1 seller for doTERRA. So keep that in mind too. So
like a multivitamin?
Yeah, it's like 4 different vitamins. I take them myself, so I should know this, but 4 different vitamins, and there's like an omega, a multivitamin, and then there's an energy. There's an energy one. But yes, it is basically like covers all your multivitamins.
Is your omega, is it made out of like flaxseed omega 3s, or is it
There's a
fish oil?
there's a fish and a vegan option. There's
Okay.
both.
Choose. Thank you.
I'm definitely allergic to fish.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yes, you can
Good.
do the vegan option.
yes.
I like that.
So I don't know if they could hear, but or the
Yeah,
recording
question,
could hear,
yeah.
but the question was if the omega oils are flax oil or a vegan oil or a fish oil, and Alyssa said they have both options. So okay, so let's get into first trimester of pregnancy. So common symptoms, fatigue is huge. I know I struggled with that a ton. So in general, fatigue, citrus oils are really helpful for fatigue. You can use them aromatically, so either in a diffuser, which is super common, or you can put them in your hands, rub them together, and inhale that way. They are more uplifting, energizing, and they just give you energy to do all the things, especially if you're pregnant for like the second time. So Alyssa's giving a little sample right now of, I'm assuming, wild orange and peppermint. Are you doing the wild orange and peppermint now?
Yes, I have grapefruit and peppermint.
Grapefruit and peppermint. Okay, so a citrus plus peppermint is like amazing. Okay, and then like nausea and heartburn are huge during the first trimester of pregnancy. I'm gonna wait just a second. So there's also a baby here, and she just like tipped over off her mom's lap. Okay, so I like realized I was talking and you guys were.
That's okay. I was explaining that to them.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So nausea and heartburn is the next thing. I don't know if you've got any heartburn yet.
0.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
he
goodness.
doesn't have hair then.
Good
I
for
hate
you.
football bulb. I
Yeah, he will.
That's
My fingers nice and crossed.
Of course, I had really bad heartburn and my daughter was still bald, so.
Really?
But anyway, so for nausea, peppermint is excellent for that, and you can take that again internally or just aromatically. And then Alyssa is having them sniff the Digest Zen, another one that can be used internally or topically even over your belly, and it helps with the heartburn and indigestion.
All things stomach. And then if I'm
Another good one for
put it on where I'm feeling it.
another good one for nausea is ginger. And I know a lot of
I'm just gonna show this off.
what are you showing?
Digest
Digest. We're so unorganized. Ginger. So a lot of like the pregnancy sellers like Bump Box and all those will have like ginger drops or ginger what am I trying to think? Lozenge, yes, thank you. But the ginger oil, you can put a drop in your water, you can put a drop under your tongue, you can take them in a veggie cap, which is basically just like an empty pill capsule that you can put oils in and take it if you don't like the taste. So those all help support nausea.
Is it a pretty strong ginger taste then?
Yeah, if it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I don't know if you've ever internalized an oil before, but like it's one drop and
yeah.
you're like, yeah.
Like lemon and grapefruit. I
Yep,
put that in the water,
same,
but-
yep.
okay.
Same
Very-
with ginger.
Yeah,
And
very
then-
I feel
concentrated.
like that would be a good capsule one then.
Yeah.
For sure. And doTERRA does have ginger lozenges as well. That you
Oh,
can get.
perfect.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Perfect. And then I have written down also cardamom. I
That's in.
have never used that before, so
Mhm.
I don't know. But when I was researching stuff, that was like one that a midwife really recommended
Yeah.
was cardamom.
So the Digestion blend that we have here, again, this is my favorite blend of all time because it literally, I don't have to use Tums or Pepto-Bismol or anything anymore for all of my stomach issues, but it has peppermint, coriander, ginger, carob seed, and cardamom and fennel. So it's got all of those oils that she just listed in there. So you can use all of these or one of these, whatever. You can do like different things. And some people like a certain one over another, so you can do it that way too.
Any questions about any of those things?
I don't know what that what is it called? Cardamom?
Cardamom. It's like a
It's
spice.
spice.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
don't even know what it smells like, but it's spice. Okay.
Yeah. So then let's move into second trimester. So things are starting to expand a little bit. So skin and stretch marks, trying to prevent those at this point. And stretch marks are partly genetic. You may not be able to prevent them at all, but it doesn't hurt to try. One of the things is using the Immortelle blend in a fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil and putting that all over the belly. That's really good for your skin. And then there's also the helichrysum.
Helichrysum, yeah.
Helichrysum, however you say that one, is like the one for skin
Yeah.
care. So that one's super good too for stretch marks. And then also with things expanding pain, like round ligament pain, back pain, any aches and pains that you may have. I don't know if you've ever used doTERRA's Deep Blue, but that's one that's really awesome topically. This one you cannot ingest. So this one would just be a topical one. It's like an icy hot, yes, but it's an natural alternative to that. So icy hot's more the synthetics, and this is natural, so it's a little bit
Does it come in like a dark blue? Yep, like two.
yes. So there's
One of my
the
coworkers has it,
It's
and we've
amazing.
used it.
it's
all the time.
amazing. It's amazing. So that can be used for headaches. It can be used for general muscle tension and aches, low back pain. My husband is like swiping that stuff all over him. I wish I would have had it while I was pregnant because this last time I like had some back pain.
Stick is my favorite.
Yeah. So there's the rub, which is like a lotion. And then there's the stick, which is like almost, it looks like a massive lip balm. That's just, you put it right on. And then there's the oil that you can do your own, like in a roller bottle or something.
What's nice about the stick is it also has copaiba in it, and copaiba is an anti-inflammatory. And copaiba also is one of those oils that if you mix with other oils, it kind of like aids the other oil in doing its job a little bit better. So they put copaiba in the Deep Blue stick, which that I think makes a huge difference for me. A lot of my pain is like inflammatory pain. So just do your research on what kind of pain you're having and what would work for you. But I also like the stick because it's a lot less messy than like the lotion, and you don't get it on your hands and then touch your eyes, what Chevy does every time he uses it. And
No one is surprised by that.
Yep, the stick, yeah, right. The stick you can just like keep in your purse and just like rub on really
Yeah,
quick.
it's a stick, not a roller.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a deodorant. Yeah, yeah, and it's amazing.
It's
So,
super nice. It's super convenient. Okay. So yes, copaiba and Deep Blue are huge for general aches and pains, especially in pregnancy. Okay. Insomnia, another thing that I struggled with when I was pregnant. So Serenity is another blend. It's what is it? The restful blend.
Yep, I don't think I have any of it.
It is amazing. It's like it's got like lavender and those types of oils. And if you diffuse that in your bedroom, oh, it's nice. It's really nice.
Put it in a bath too.
Yes.
Some drop of it.
Yep. So, and then also, like I said, lavender to help just calm, to ground you. There's a blend called Balance, which is also amazing in the diffuser. It's one of Alyssa and I's favorite ones to diffuse. So
Is that okay?
yes, and feel free to ask us anything to repeat.
I'll diffuse the Serenity like at bedtime right now, like
Yeah.
in the living room, just to like help everybody calm down.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it seriously like just puts you in that mindset to just like chill out and calm. Yes, for sure. And then along those same lines, stress and anxiety. Like obviously you're about to have a massive life change.
You were gonna say like a massive baby or something. I was like,
That stress you're having. You never know how big the baby's gonna be, and that could cause stress. No, not at all. We have it together. So there's a blend called Adaptive, which that was diffusing in my house all day because I was home alone with my 2 children. Adaptive is like a calming blend as well and helps deal with stress and anxiety. And then again, Balance, that grounding blend, same thing. And we'll have you guys smell that one too because I think it's amazing. I assume you have that one.
I should.
These ones that you guys like diffuse, like the Serenity and stuff at night, are those safe for dogs
Yes.
Yeah.
and cats? Okay.
Yes. And the general thing, so she asked if these are safe with animals. So the general thing is if you're going to have a diffuser, don't like lock your animal in the same room with the diffuser as long as they're able to get away from it if they don't like it. But there's nothing,
that are like harmful.
there's ones that they say like use with caution
like
with animals. Tea tree is one they say use with caution, but nothing, I haven't heard anything or seen anything in any research I've done about the Serenity or Adaptive with animals.
So that's a lot for dogs if you're or anything like that. But
This is the calming one, the Adaptive. So you can. I like
She's
to
having
use
them
to
smell.
diffuse that before my children come home from school. So that just kind of calms them for the day. So I'm saying I like to diffuse Adaptive like before my children come home from school or like
Chill 'em out, or your husband.
Or my husband for sure. So yeah, this one's really good. I also put this in baths as well.
Yes, and we're going to talk about the baths later on in the 4th trimester part, but
This is
baths all through pregnancy are amazing. And Balance with Wild Orange is like my favorite diffuser blend.
Oh no. Thank you. Yeah, so one good thing about attending in person is that you can sample lots of stuff.
Yes. Oh, and Adaptive. So just on our phone call on Monday night, someone suggested blending in the diffuser Adaptive with vanilla. And that's what I had diffusing all day today. And it just like adds a little like warmth to it. So good.
That sounds really
It was very good. Okay. So third trimester. So obviously we've got some of the similar symptoms. We've got fatigue. We've got more expansion. So aches and pains. We've got maybe more anxiety coming up on labor and delivery. So all that stuff we've already talked about. And then just in general, drinking lots of water and adding citrus oils into your water, like lemon, lime, and grapefruit, can help kind of flush your body, flush out extra fluids and things, and just prep your body to be as ready as it can for labor and delivery. And Alyssa, what were you saying about right before you're gonna go into labor?
Okay. So we'll kind of talk about clary sage can kind of help bring on contractions. However, clary sage, cypress, geranium, lavender, and helichrysum all mixed together when used on your abdomen, your lower back, can help prevent major blood loss during delivery. So if you start like a couple weeks, I would wait till you're 38 weeks pregnant, just because you don't want to induce labor or anything too early with the clary sage that's in there. But 38 weeks, and again, not an OB, so don't take this like officially as advice. But if you start putting that blend on your abdomen and your lower back, it can help you with like the blood loss and stuff during delivery. And that same blend can also help varicose veins, and that's another symptom of pregnancy that sucks. So you can put it on your legs as well to help prevent and heal varicose veins. So that's my 2 cents on that.
And all of these ones that we're giving like recipes for, we'll post on, well, Alyssa, because I don't do that part. Alyssa will post on the blog or the email that comes out afterwards.
Put it like on your pulse points, on the base of your skull, on the back of your neck.
I have a pillow mist or sheet mist that you can make. You just blend the oil with water and spray it on your pillow or your children's pillow before bed. Chef's kiss. Seriously. She's giving it to her baby.
Okay.
Lane is gonna have to make an appearance on the recording because she's way cuter than us. Okay, let's talk labor and delivery. So one of the best things you can do is just like setting the environment. So this is more so the making it a calming, peaceful environment, because obviously labor is stressful. It's anxiety provoking a lot of times. It can be traumatic, hopefully not, but it can be. So what we already talked about, diffusing like the balance with wild orange, the adaptive, serenity, lavender, any of those or combination of those can just help create that calm, relaxing environment, especially if you're thinking of trying like an unmedicated birth. I know, but no, me neither. But some, yes,
Like the
Yes.
atmosphere, yeah.
and before the drugs,
Yeah.
yes,
Before the drugs.
Yeah.
for sure. And then clary sage can help bring on contractions when put on the abdomen. I think you can internalize that one too.
Let's look.
But yeah, Alyssa's gonna look because don't quote me on that. If either labor is stalled or slow, to help kind of speed things up and get it moving.
Yes, there are supplement facts on clary sage.
So yes, you can internalize clary sage. And I think I read 1 to 2 drops. Okay. So we think the worst part is over now, right? Labor and delivery, but the 4th trimester, there's lots of things that oils can help with. So let's start with just healing. So one of the first things that I think every new mother is terrified about is taking your first poop after giving birth, because it's real scary. And I have not been able to try this. I like just recently saw this, but apparently if you put a drop of peppermint oil in your toilet before you try to go, it like helps like release everything, empty it out. So give that a try and let us know if it actually works.
I would also recommend ingesting some Digestion like leading up to labor and delivery, because so that's one thing I take Digestion every day for. It also works as a stool softener. So then you're not taking like drug stool softener. Although I do recommend like if they give you a stool softener at the hospital to take that, take advantage of it. But also adding in that Digestion will soften your poops up and help make it a lot easier to go.
What's all in the digestion again?
Digestion.
What-
What's all in
like-
it?
Like what oils?
It has,
Peppermint.
oh my gosh, where is it? Okay. Peppermint, coriander, ginger, caraway, cardamom, fennel, star anise, and that's it. Yeah. And daily value not established.
Okay. Anyway.
I thought that was another one. Yes. And then doing sitz baths can be really helpful. So another recipe that'll be posted later, but like 1 to 3 cups of just unscented plain Epsom salts, and then I think 5 drops of each tea tree, frankincense, and lavender.
That
Babe.
would help heal down there is what
Yeah.
that's for.
Heal your peri area, plus just really calming and relaxing. And who doesn't need to get away from everything and just like chill by yourself in the bathtub? Yes. And
I
then
think, don't they, so my recommended not taking a bath right away
yes.
until your cervix closed back up.
Yep. Yep. So listen to your OB about when you can soak everything.
Yeah, and you gotta be careful too with the C-section as well.
Yes. Yep. So before that, you can use padsicles. So you can make your own padsicles. So you buy just pads and you put like a little swipe of aloe vera gel on it. And then you can mix together a little like
Like a drop.
a bottle of witch hazel and then 15 drops of the lavender, frankincense, and tea tree. So those same ones from the sitz bath, and you spray that on top of that aloe vera, put them in the freezer. Yeah. Well, it's not 15 on each padsicle. It's like 15 in a spray bottle. Yeah, that'd be
really
that'd be a lot. Yeah, that'd be a lot. Yeah, and then you just spray that on top of there, and then put them in the freezer, and then yes, and that it can be good over a C-section scar too, but once it's closed, because we don't want to be introducing anything into an open incision. Yes, another thing is hemorrhoids. Cypress diluted is really excellent for hemorrhoids, and again, I don't.
How would
No,
you
for sure.
use that? Is that an internal? Is that?
Put it right
Topical.
on there. Mhm.
Put it right on
Okay.
there. Mhm.
So dilute it with a carrier oil. Or if you're using like a medication for hemorrhoids, you could add some cypress into that medication as well, like the topical medication.
When you're diluting these oil, what is the like ratio?
It varies. So honestly, for something like that, I would do like 1 drop probably in there because it's such a
Or how much
constant.
oil?
1 drop oil and then the rest.
I would say
so.
But in
It's
like
there's
like
no
a 12
perfect.
container,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Not on that. On that one, it's more like if you're doing a dab of lotion, put a drop
Like a
of
drop.
yes.
Yeah.
So with oils, since they are safe, it's really just a matter of your sensitivity to them. I don't have sensitive skin, so I could put like oils directly on my skin, no problem. But some people have sensitive skin, so they're going to want to dilute it quite a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're making if it's a 10 milliliter roller ball, which is like the size of the ones you were sampling, it would be 40 to 60 drops of oils and then topped with a carrier oil.
Okay.
Yep.
But I would say like for hemorrhoids, you probably want to do like Alyssa said, like a pump of the lotion or a pump of the oil, and then just do a drop or 2 in your hand.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk C-sections. So once your scar is closed, so that's important, like we talked about, rose oil, frankincense, helichrysum, geranium are really good for that healing and for scar. And then for pain, copaiba to decrease the inflammation around that area. And then a amazing thing for C-sections is obviously, I think it's 7 layers that they're cutting through. So that causes a ton of scar tissue. So scar massage, my PT-ness is coming out now, is you want to work that scar daily. So once it's healed and to your tolerance, working that scar, moving it, making sure it's mobile. You can do like tissue rolling, and then you can even do that with these oils, like massaging over that area to help healing, to help decrease the appearance of your scar, and to help decrease your scar tissue.
Would it be safe to use like the rose lotion on that once it's healed, that scar? Because, okay, rose oil for a 5 milliliter bottle retails at over $300.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
However, if doTERRA makes a really nice rose lotion that you could add the other oils to. So then you're still getting the benefits of the rose.
They
by
also
adding
have the touch, the rose
touch, yeah. So
I have that rose touch I bought, but that's very expensive too.
Yeah.
I want to say like I paid over $90 probably
for that
Mhm.
touch, which
Yeah.
rose is called the queen of oils for a reason.
Yeah.
It's great for skin. I think rose and helichrysum, that's why they're both in this like mix together, because they're both so good for skin. So if you could find a way to pay less for the rose by using the like rose oil that doTERRA has, again, I wouldn't like buy it off the shelf at a store or anything like that. But then you could mix in the others with that lotion to get that benefit of rose, just because it's like out of reach for most people's budget, honestly. So
That's
Mhm.
really smart.
And yeah, for sure. And then stretch marks again. So after you already have stretch marks, in a 10 milliliter roller ball, you would do 10 drops each of cypress, lavender, wild orange, and citrus bliss, and then 5 drops of geranium. And you can put as much. I read one thing so cute, like a mom would like put a heart on her belly and then rub that in, and she was like her nighttime ritual, which is adorable when baby was still in there, obviously. Yeah, so okay, so that takes care of healing.
That like breaks up scar tissue in your doTERRA opinion.
Like after it's already formed, breaking down scar tissue.
Yeah.
So I
With
don't,
the scar massage.
yeah, I don't know for sure. There's a lot of like the anti-inflammatory ones, which scars stay active for like up to a year after, just in general.
Yeah.
So I don't, yeah, Copaiba, anti-inflammatory. We'd have to look at other ones, but I would say incorporating that massage, you can break down scar tissue, yes, for a long time. So it's not like it's too late
Yes.
at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that though, if any like talk
Yeah.
about.
I want to say someone said somewhere like you could use like the
Digestin.
Digestin for like, you know, like I'll use like the baby version for her.
Yep.
But then also if she's like has a little bit of like a dry cough or something, you want to break up a cough, like you can put it on their back to like help break up the
mucus.
stuff in their lungs almost, because it does the same thing in their intestine. And I was like, I wonder if that would work.
Interesting.
Yeah, scar tissue, like just break it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So again, with the Digestin to break up that kind of stuff, mix it with Copaiba and it'll go
Yeah.
even further for you.
Yeah.
Next time Alyssa is talking, I'm going to look up and see on my little app if there's anything about breaking down scar tissue.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about breastfeeding. So clary sage is another one because it helps with hormonal balance, and that actually you can put 1 to 2 drops on each breast, and that one is okay for neat application, meaning you can just put it directly on your skin. You don't need a carrier oil.
And that one is what one?
Clary sage.
Okay.
And fennel, 1 to 2 drops in one, like a veggie cap or in your water or just under the tongue if you don't mind that taste, but I'm pretty sure that one's a strong taste also.
Put it on your pasta.
Yes. And then nipples, like pain, cracking, dryness, some of the same stuff we've been talking about, tea tree, frankincense, geranium, diluted in the carrier oil. I would just maybe wipe that off before breastfeeding. So just like a nipple cream, put it on after you breastfeed and then just clean it off before your next round. It wouldn't hurt anything, but just baby might not like that.
Right.
Baby
Yes.
would not like that. That would taste so bad.
Might not. And then either if you're done breastfeeding, you can use peppermint. Actually, can decrease your supply. It doesn't happen for everyone, but it can help decrease your supply for some people. So taking internally or topically. So that's another thing to note too. If you're breastfeeding, maybe just avoid peppermint because there's other things that can take the place of those things. Like if you're using it for nausea or for headache or for something that you can find other things to use for that. Okay, and that kind of leads in well to just general oils to avoid while you're pregnant. So the clary sage early in pregnancy because it can help bring on contraction. So that's better in labor and postpartum. Cinnamon, and actually in general, like the hot oils they're called. So cinnamon, clove, rosemary, basil, coriander, and nutmeg. And there's a couple more. And, you know, do your own research. Like I said, I feel comfortable using most of these oils other than clary sage during pregnancy, and just use more dilution. So just less oil to more carrier, or in water, things like that. So it's what you feel comfortable with, what your care provider feels comfortable with, just to know in general, the hot oils are ones to be careful with. Okay. And then just general immune support is important all through, but especially, you know, postpartum, your body's been through a lot. And your immune system is a little out of whack. So there's blends that are really helpful for that, to roll on your feet, on your spine. And those are doTERRA's On Guard blend, which is their is it called the cleansing blend or the protective blend? Yes. So On Guard, frankincense, lemon. What am I missing? Oregano.
Oregano, that one you wouldn't have to put in the blend
Yes.
unless you were sick. Oregano is like, they call it the balm, where if you are sick, it like helps really take care of your.
Mhm. So On Guard, frankincense, and lemon are just the general immunity ones. Okay.
Cool.
That was a lot. And there's like a bazillion other ways to use oils during pregnancy. These are just kind of like the big ones that I thought were the best, but there's, you know, people have weird symptoms during pregnancy. So if you're like, I have brittle nails, I have this or that, you can always search, and there's like a million ways to use these.
Yeah. And we're happy to help you find that oil too.
Yeah, we've got good resources. So if you have a specific question during pregnancy, let us know and we'll look it up.
How about carpal tunnel?
Ooh,
Carpal
Any
tunnel.
deep blue
stuff?
Cofiba.
Anything else though?
Honestly, the deep blue stick.
Yeah, I'll
It's
look.
just-
I think that's gonna be like a necessity.
Yeah.
I've had carpal tunnel since like week 16.
Really. Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
And I
And
think
then
sometimes that can
too.
happen with like, so my sister had really bad carpal tunnel too during pregnancy. And I think part of it is like fluid.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's like swelling. But
So
I
the
haven't had any extras. I haven't had any
And I think it's just like general.
general.
Yeah. So the citrus oils in the water can be good for helping flush things out, and just like general detoxification would be something to try. And that's just off the top of my head.
Yep.
But we can look definitely.
Cool.
So I'm going to let Alyssa take over and talk about, we kind of touched on all the 3 different ways to use them, but she'll kind of review that
Mhm.
quick. Put you on the spot for that.
No,
And
you're
then how to get oils.
Yeah.
Okay, first things first, we just like to reiterate the 3 ways to use doTERRA oils, which is internally. And the way that you know that you can internalize an oil, which means to eat it essentially, is that it will have supplement facts on the back. There are just some plants that you probably just shouldn't eat. So if it has supplement facts on the back, it's okay to take internally. You can also use it topically, which I think we talked about the most here tonight. And then aromatically, so diffusing it, or how I showed you to cup your hands over your face and inhale deeply. You can also sniff right out of the bottle and you're still getting those benefits. So that's a really good way to save money too, is like to just sniff, although oils in general are pretty inexpensive anyway. But inhaling oils is one of the fastest ways to, and I don't mean like to snort oil, inhaling. I know, right? Anyway, it's one of the fastest ways to get the benefit of the oils. So that's pretty cool. And then 3 ways to get oils. And I'm going to say that Kim and I offer 4 ways to get oils. Okay. The first way is through the Hive. So at the Hive, I have a complete oil bar. So you have access to every oil that I own. So I can custom make blends for you and they are $25 each. So that is the best way if you're like, I just kind of want to try out something specifically for a very, very specific thing that I have going on. So like, what's use? Carpal tunnel. I
Yeah.
could like mix up something custom for you in store and then you wouldn't have to like go buy all the ingredients for it. And you can order that directly through me on the Hive's website. So next is called Retail through doTERRA. And that is when you pay full price for it, but it's like, I don't want to have a membership. I just want to try this oil. We can get you set up with a retail account and you can just order from either Kim or I. Probably Kim. And then there is a wholesale membership. So a wholesale membership, there's two ways to go about that. You can pay $35 and then you get wholesale pricing, which is approximately 25% off everything on doTERRA's website, which that pays for itself in pretty much your first order. You can also do an enrollment kit, which includes the $35 wholesale membership fee. But you're also getting a whole kit of doTERRA oils. Typically, also a diffuser comes in that one. So there's different enrollment kits based on like the needs that you have, which we would be able to talk you through which one would be the best for you to get started. After that, the wholesale membership is only $25 a year. So it's like a Sam's Club membership to doTERRA. And then again, you get the 25% off all of the items. And then the fourth way, technically, for me and Kim is you can become a wellness advocate like us. That means that we earn a little bit of commission on sales that we get through doTERRA, which helps us pay for our oils in the first place and also just make a little extra money on the side. So that would be the fourth way to do it. And most people start out as a wholesale customer so that they can get that 25% off and they like to just share it with family and friends. They like to host classes where Kim and I could come teach. And then eventually, if they decide they want to become a wellness advocate, they can do that as well. So that's that. Any questions about how to get oils? There's nobody in the thing, so I don't know why I'm looking at it. Okay. So similar, if you're familiar with how River Prairie Nutrition works, the Hive is kind of similar to that, and how it works with the oils is like we have our base menu where you can come and order like a pain, digestive, or a respiratory, whatever. I also have monthly specials where you can try a very, very like special blend. So this month in March, we have the Shamrock Shake sheets or fabric refresher. So that's a spearmint vanilla. So you can spray it on tablecloths or your clothes or anything like that. What else did I have? There's a bunch of them. They're all listed on the Hive's website. And also Kim and I send a monthly newsletter out to all of our wholesale customers and retail customers. But then you would be notified of what those specials are. You can order them again from the Hive's website. And that's just a really great way to try really, really random oils like lime, spearmint, vanilla, the ones that don't come in the kits or that are considered typical. So I just wanted people to be aware of that as well.
And the Hive's still located in the same place as it was when it was.
Nope, it's up in Bloomer now. Yep. But I do ship and I do like, for example, I could like bring it here to River Prairie for pickup kind of thing. Yep. So yeah. And again, this class has been recorded. So if anything needs to be rewatched or anything. Yes.
Yeah, because my friend Alyssa was commenting about it.
Yes.
Good.
Yep. Okay.
Yes. And then we don't want to forget. So obviously we're in March right now, but this is our February class because of weather and stomach flu.
Yeah.
So there will still be a class on the last Wednesday of this month, which is the 30th. And that's going to be about oils with kids and babies. So a good one to follow this class up with. So join us for that one.
Cool. Okay, we are going to stop the recording, but anyone who has attended in person, we have a bunch of like oils here that we can sample and talk about like specific needs. So if you are watching the replay of this and there are like specific needs that you want like a solution to, please reach out to either me or Kim. I will include the contact information in the blog post of this recording and we can get you hooked up with a custom blend for you. All right, we hope to see you in person next time. Otherwise, we will record and post all of our classes on the Hive's blog, and you can get all the good information there. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.